Hi, Tracy Huff here, and I just put together this short presentation on resilience and 7 skills you need to walk through life with strength. Resilience is just that ability to bounce back, that ability to not be knocked down and stay down when things get hard or things don't go your way. So I just wanted to put together something to give you some ideas of things you can implement quickly and today to get you started on having some more bounciness or more bounce backness. So first, you can develop your understanding of resilience. To become resilient, it's going to require a willingness to grow and adapt. You're going to have to grow into the person that you want to become, and you're going to have to be able to be flexible when what you think should have happened doesn't, and kind of be open to what does happen and what's been created for you, and accept that life has peaks and valleys. Find your favorite person, the most successful person that you know, and read their biography. I can guarantee you it wasn't a straight line to success. And know that resilience is a skill that you can actually develop. There isn't much. I was listening to something the other day, and it studied that everything isn't hardwired as they thought it would be. You have the ability to change the way you think and the way that you perceive and the way that you learn. That this is just something, resilience is one of those things that you can develop it as a skill. Second, enhance your emotion regulation skills. So we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to that. So you have the freedom to choose your reactions. You can choose if it's going to make you angry, happy, sad, upset, stressed, overwhelmed. All of those things are choices that you can make within the situation. And to choose to look at your situation in a new way. One story I tell my students in our first martial arts school, we had this huge front window, and we were practicing on the mat, me and some martial artists in a different style, and they were helping me practice my board breaks. I think it was for my second degree test, and I was trying to work on a speed break, and my friend was like, "Oh, you mean like this?" And he took the rebreakable board, did an amazing speed break, and the board flew all the way across the mat and smacked right into my window with an immediate crack. It missed the metal. It just missed the metal by 2 centimeters. So, yeah, I wasn't that happy that I had to replace that window because I didn't like how we had to replace it. But in the moment, I could choose to look at, man, that was a really powerful break. That was pretty amazing that we got that done. So just choose to change the way that you look at things. And then practice mindfulness. What is good about this? What was good about the situation that we were in? Well, what was good is it didn't shatter the window. It just cracked it. So I didn't have to worry about how to secure the building for the night. So that's what was good about it. And secondly, it was my Tai Chi friend that was able to make that a powerful strike. So of course I could do it. So that was the other way I chose to say what is good about this. And then finally, make sure that you're spending time doing things that you enjoy. Don't forget to schedule the things for you on your schedule that you enjoy. Whether it doesn't matter what it is, whatever is enjoyment for you. Reading is I do love to read. So that's one thing that I make sure I make time for. So make sure you do that. Take responsibility. Admit it when you make mistakes. It is impossible for all of us to be perfect. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We are all fallible. And then get serious about the role that you play in your own life. How did your behavior contribute to where you are now? It takes 2 people in any situation to create it. So we have to take some responsibility for our role in it. It is never just one-sided either way. And apologize when you need to. You don't have to blame yourself, but if you're wrong or you knew that there was something that you were wrong about, apologize. It may go a long way. And finally, let go of resentment. That just harms you. Resentment just harms you. Build your community. Community adds meaning to your life and it creates connection. So just make sure that you're building it with people that you want to spend time with, people that are going to help build you up, people that are going to help you grow, people that are going to help you adapt and accomplish what you're trying to do. And remember to have fun and do what's realistic. Put in the effort to develop new relationships. Sometimes that can be scary. I think the older we get, the more nervous we get about developing new relationships. But put in that effort, because you just never know where it will lead. And finally, use your community to hold you accountable. Use your community to have you make sure you do things that you say you're going to do. We all get busy and some things fall off our plate. So definitely make use of your community that way. Strengthen your relationship with yourself. So we don't make time for ourselves as it is, but how do we do that? Develop a relationship with ourselves. So you want to begin with the basics: your body, your brain, and your environment. Take care of your body. Take care of your body and your brain, and make sure that you're creating an environment that you want to spend time with, that you enjoy. Make sure that you pay attention to your self-talk. We are our own worst enemy. We're going to be the meanest to ourselves, the most judgmental to ourselves, the hardest on ourselves. So catch yourself when you're talking bad about yourself to yourself and say, hey, that's not who I am. And replace those negative phrases with a positive picture of who do you want to become. And prioritize yourself. Make sure that you take time for yourself, doing at least, I know that it's hard, but at least one day a week, 1 hour a day, a half an hour, 15 minutes, do something that you do strictly just for you. And that can be a multitude of things. It could be spending the day away from your phone. It could be meditating. It could be reading. It could be going out to lunch, or treating yourself to a massage, or spending time with your friends, or doing something that others would feel as frivolous. Just whatever you do, but make sure that you allow yourself to take time for you. Exercise. I know this can be a dirty word every time, sometimes can carry a really negative connotation, but you have to, like I tell my adult students, you have to move it, use it or lose it. If you stop working out, stop being active, stop trying to do things, you are going to start to deteriorate. So moving your body is going to help reduce your anxiety, depression, and your stress. But it doesn't have to be that kickboxing class that you hate, or for me it's cycling because it always hurts my butt too much. But do something you enjoy. You can dance. You can go for long walks. You can go swimming in the pool. You can ride a bike. You can roller skate. You can play tennis. You can play basketball. You can play soccer. You can run up and down the stadium. You can do CrossFit. Whatever makes you happy, do it. And then get started today. Decide what it is and then just do it for 5 minutes. Even if it's dancing around your house with your headphones on to get some cardio work in. Whatever's fun and happy and gets your body moving. So get it started today. And finally, challenge yourself. You must challenge yourself. You must give yourself a challenge goal, and you've got to start taking action on it today. Tony Robbins always says to not leave the side of a goal making without taking one step, one action towards that goal. So make sure that you do that. And then set goals with your wildest dreams in mind. Like, go big. Go totally big. Play that game with yourself and say, I have a rich uncle. He just gave me a blank check to do whatever I want. What will I do? Have fun with that one. Like someone just told you, I believe in you. I think you're amazing, and I'm gonna fund whatever you want to do. Here's a blank check. Who do I need to start writing checks to? What would you do with that kind of money? It's pretty cool to think about, right? So have fun with that. And then use your values as your guiding light. Let your values show you the way of where you want to go. And so if you don't know what those values are, then stop. Then take some time and figure that out. There's a lot of free online tools that will help you do that. But figure out what your values are and what do you want to do with them. So I hope this was a little helpful. And if you want to go a little deeper on this topic, we have a free checklist and workbook for you. You can go ahead and download it. You're going to get the workbook, which goes into more detail. And you've got a checklist to get you started and get you thinking and start to help you process this. And we also have another free course that's about setting your boundaries, how to choose you without guilt or pressure. And that's available through that link here. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you get started, and I hope you get some bounciness back in your step. And I will look forward to meeting you and seeing you guys soon.